Hello humans and otherwise, I am Addie, and welcome back to my blind Let's Play of East 9. The prisoner Addie managed to escape, but then got knocked out before he could actually make it to the Dandelion. And Monstrum Addie is currently infiltrating the prison again. They can just never meet up. But we're going to the special sector now. The restricted sector specifically. We're in the special sector. Haha, looks like they have the place locked down tight. It would seem the hieroglyph knights are standing watch in lieu of the guardsmen. That's just about as dubious as it gets. Yeah, there has to be some place we can sneak in from, right? Yeah, see if we can find it without getting caught. We can't go in there. Luckily, we already know where to go, because we've done it before. Wait, wasn't it? Or was it it? It's just that. That's certainly not it. There was an area we went to. What area was it? Well, I suppose we can just do this too. That also works. Aha, we're behind you guards and you can't see us. Because you refuse to turn and look the other way. But to be fair, you really shouldn't need to, because no one should be able to get through this way. At all. If I may have a moment. I sense a presence beyond this door. Listen for any voices coming from the next room. There's a man speaking on the other side of the door. You only have yourselves to blame for them getting away. This is not an unanticipated possibility, given their individual dispositions. Proper measures have long been in place. They've already been recovered, in fact. What? But how? No, it couldn't be. How very perceptive of you. The time is close at hand. As is our star player. Enter, Crimson King. Ha! That voice. Addie, what should we do? They know we're here already.
Dr. Noah. And Shadowlord?
Dad. Jules, you came.
I told you, did I not? My expectations of them were not unfounded.
Like, I already know you're right behind that door. Just come in.
Yeah? If that's all you were expecting, then you're in for a surprise. I knew you two scumbags were in cahoots all along.
Our collaboration is the result of various circumstances.
Collaboration? It must be related to the research of primordials and monsters.
60 points for effort. You are on the right track, but you are wrong about one thing. You mistake my intention. The research is incidental to my true objective, the unequivocal liberation of Glia and its proud history and faith.
So that means you're trying to drive the Roman Empire out of Glia?
Easier said than done, for sure.
Yes. We will force them to relinquish their grip on this land. Even amongst you Monstrum, there are Glians who have suffered injustice at their hands.
I don't...
That's easier said than done. How exactly are you going to make all of the Roman forces withdraw?
That's right. The Hieroglyph Knights wouldn't stand a chance against the entire Roman army.
Not really.
Or are
you planning on using the monsters and primordials?
Those are merely byproducts. But I suppose they could be used as weapons.
Byproducts?
It is as the White Cat says. Our forces alone are insufficient to reclaim and secure Glia's independence.
I see. So that is what you were planning.
Nope. Aprilis.
Good of you to join us.
Aprilis.
We have many visitors today, Dr. Noah. A certain someone has told me much about you. It is a pleasure to finally make your acquaintance.
A certain someone?
Where is he now?
I am afraid I do not know. But I am sure you expected this. He is a prudent man. He rarely shows himself to even us.
As he's always been.
Time is a lamentable thing. I envision meeting you in less of a broken state. I give you 20 points.
Enough of the score thing.
I regret that I cannot wholeheartedly welcome your return as you are now. The symbol who represents us should be befitting of our righteous cause.
What are you doing?
Apologies, but you are no longer needed.
I didn't even see him move.
That was so fast.
Aprilis!
Hey, get up! Come on, you're stronger than this!
What's happening to her?
Remembering. You help right away. Oh.
Help her!
I can't. No one can.
She can't die like this. Aprilis.
Feel something changing within your body.
What's wrong? Addie! What's happening?
Your heart pounds, your limbs trembling, you feel your consciousness fade.
Crimson King. No. Adal Kristen. I leave the rest to you.
Well, that was one way to end a chapter. Just kill the Aprilis. I'm sure how long you've been asleep for. Your body feels heavy, and a dull pain lingers in the back of your head.
Addie? Thank goodness. You're finally awake. After you fainted, we carried you out of the prison. You had a terrible fever, and you wouldn't wake up.
Sorry for burdening you all.
Don't be. I didn't do much. It was Credo and Yufa who carried you.
Yeah, you really have what you need to carry him around, right?
I should tell everyone that you're awake. Togi's been worried about you too.
Of course he has. This isn't a common occurrence for me.
Yeah, Toki was very surprised. Okay, I'll be right back.
Now, a common occurrence is them getting shipwrecked, which was actually mentioned at the beginning of the game. Chapter 8, Thus Spoke the Alchemist. Addie, you're okay! You finally get your beauty rest? Whatever it was, it lost me my chance to get even with Channelard. Pay me back by buying next time. When do you ever pay for your drinks? Addie, what did cause you to faint? I just suddenly started feeling sick. Oh, are you sick? Dad might be able to help then. I'm worried about you, Addie. Maybe we should take you to the hospital. That might be the best thing for you. Oh, by the way, Krisha, what happened to Anemona? Ah, Anemona, yeah, it looked like she was having memories there, and she was like remembering being with, well, Aprilis. You've been spending more time at the cemetery as of late. The cemetery? It makes sense. What's going on with Anemona? The cemetery southeast of prison is where Aprilis' gravestone is. That's why she's been going there. Yeah. What happened to Aprilis? The Hieroglyph Knights probably gave her a burial there. There are many things, but dishonorable is not one of them. We didn't have a choice then. We had to escape. Yeah. Aprilis. And Anemona said she was looking for something. Maybe what happened to Aprilis triggered her memories. If you're that concerned about her, why don't you ask her yourself? You've been a killjoy all the times you give my drinks a bad aftertaste. Well, stop drinking! It's not Chris's fault. But he's right about one thing. We won't know until we ask Anemona. Addie! Addie, my poor sweet Addie. I was so worried about you. Didn't expect him to go and kill off Aprilis like that. I mean, she was a big enough part of the story, but not a massive part of the story. She typically only showed up at certain points, like when you were doing a Grimwald Nox stage, but couldn't believe it when I heard you fainted with no ocean or river in sight. Ha! But you're alright now, and that's what matters. It appears your little visit to the prison was quite eventful. After having a good look at you, you still seem to be recovering. You best take it easy for the time being until your condition improves. You better listen to him, Addie. I know you just woke up, but there's something you need to know. Everyone should hear this. What is it? It sounds serious. Yes, we've only just been made aware. It appears as though the Hieroglyph Knights have seized the Governor General's office. Oh, no. The Governor General's office? That's in the Noble District. After the Roman Cardinal acting as the Glean Governor General conducts state affairs. If they seized it back, that means their coup has officially begun. Yes, that's what the citizens think as well. And that's not all. The Knights are imprisoning some of the residents. What? There have been several this far, all with fabricated indictments. What could they be planning? And that's just the start of our problems. It's always fake indictments and such. Present on false charges and no charges. Krisha, Yufa, I need you two to be calm when I tell you this. Carla and Felix are among those who have been detained. Oh no. Carla, why? No, I just saw Felix yesterday. The Knights took him on his way home from the Colosseum. Felix... What are they doing with all these new prisoners? Anybody's guess. It's gotta be linked to the coup, but how? Gotta get back home and see what's going on. Then I'm going to the Colosseum.
In that
I'll
case...
come with you. Hey, you're in no position to go anywhere. But you're not going to listen to me no matter what I say, are you? Nope, he's not. This concerns the Knights. You should go too, Kratos. What? Fine. But you better have a cold one ready for me when I get back. I am concerned for Anemona as well. Please see how she's doing once you get the chance. She may not listen to us, but you're her friends. Okay. So our stops are the Pendleton Company, the Colosseum, and then the cemetery. Hieroglyph Knights have reinforced security in the city. Please do be careful out there. Yeah, of course. New quests! One directly from Doogie! And of course, we're gonna do those quests. Time is drawing nigh. Bells of freedom have begun to toll. Any objections? Do something about it. You two. There's also the one for Dogi and... Well, let's start with you. Hey, Addie, you saw a bulletin board, right? That letter M is Margot's signature. I was going to ask her about it, but I couldn't find her anywhere. We were afraid this would happen. The Resistance is definitely up to something. Makes me wish we were up against plain old Knights again. It's just my way to talk it over with Parks. It'd be great if you could join us, only if you have time to spare. My problem too. I'll join. Addie, you're a real pal, you know that? That's why you're always hanging out together, right? Alright, meeting's about to start. You can always use another head to bitch in. Can't believe they would choose now of all times to start the resistance. What are you doing, Margot? Or maybe it's because it's the perfect time. By hitching a ride in the Knights' Rebellion, Romans won't know how to hit him. Yeah, letting that old hag run free really bit us in the arse, huh? I guess you did. I do not believe that Margot is the one who is instigating this plot. I spoke to her at length about the burglaries in the Noble District. I investigated myself and discovered that the internal structure of the residence is muddled. After Margot was in prison 3 years ago, the younger members seized the helm in secret. Recent thefts and scams have been part of what they call public awareness campaigns. Their objective was to accumulate capital and purposely imprison themselves to release Margot. So they committed those crimes knowing full well they are going to be caught? That's what it's like when you've got something to believe. You're brewing up something big, so that would be well within the realm of possibilities. I wonder what they're going to do. Yeah, a bunch of thugs from a bygone era are reduced to begging for scraps. We can't underestimate them. They were the ones who started the revolt against the Romans 3 years ago. The city's already in a panic. We need a diplomatic solution. The last thing we need right now is to mar our relationship with Rome. Yeah. The next revolt has already begun, pulling a curious thread for Glia. We've got more than one reason to stop this. But how are we supposed to do that? We have no idea where they're hiding. We don't know what their plans are. Actually, we might. Margot is kind enough to leave a trail of breadcrumbs for us. This location may be of interest to you. Visitors kiosk at the main gates, back alley pub in the Central District, old timer at the main square baths. These are all places where the Resistance may be? It's too soon to know for sure. One way to find out is by going ourselves. Sorry for putting you guys up to this. Do what you can, even if it's just dropping by. We'll be on the lookout for intel. Peril of the Bells.
Hey! What do you want to make?
Can you upgrade stuff? Yes.
Leave it to me. That's a wrap. Leave it to me. What do you think? Leave it to me. What do you think?
Heck yeah, let me keep upgrading this.
Leave it to me. That's a wrap.
Another decoy!
What do you think?
One more and I'll max out the decoys. Almost maxed out that too.
That should... Good work out there.
Nice, working on maxing things out here. I like it.
Addie, what would you like me to do?
Of course, now there'll be better equipment too. Because that's how this always works.
As you wish.
It's a perfect fit.
Better be.
Here you are. Thank you very much. Here you are.
This ain't half bad.
Snake tail blade. Yeah, Doll's not
Here
with
you
us
are.
right now.
This is pretty spiffy. Here you are.
I should be able to make use of it.
Or yeah, that other armor that was better.
Anything else, stay safe out there.
Alright, got better equipment at least. Weapons. So what's going on here? It's just Fool and her treasure. There's the story, yeah. Peril of the Bells. I can't go anywhere right now. Huh. More landmarks. How do you restrict me from being able to go places? Hello there, dudes. Welcome to the Visitor's Kiosk. Huh? Wait, where's the usual guy? Isn't it usually Alex's shift right about now? Who could say, dude? I just gotta call them to fill in. Dude, spell it D-O-O-D, be like, dude! Pretty kiosk attendant. It's pretty out of the blue. Guess I just couldn't get a hold of him. This is supposed to be my day off, too. Like, give me a break, dude. Literally. Sorry to hear that. Does this mean what I think it does? Yeah, he's probably been arrested. Has anything been off with him lately? Off? Well, actually... Now I think about it, yeah. This guy's been stopping by the kiosk a lot lately. Looks like a shantytown resident. Never seen him myself, but he seemed to be an acquaintance of Alex's. Apparently they kept talking about some sort of preparations for something. Oh yeah. That too. Alex seemed kind of against it all. Kept asking if the guy was really going to go through with it. Must be some birthday party they're planning, huh, dude? Wonder whose it is. Going by the note we got, this likely has something to do with the Resistance. They must have been talking about the preparations for making their move today. Doesn't that make Alex one of their members? I had no idea. And one working right by the main road, too. Guy's got guts. Are we done here, dudes? I kinda got a job to do. Oh, right, sorry about that. Thanks for your time. Well, new shop.
Over here, sir. Everything's a good choice. Come again soon.
Anything new? Gotta check it out, of course.
Hello. Yes. Done. I'll come again, okay?
What are the Hieroglyph Knights up to?
Question, what are they up
good
to?
Even minor scratches should be tended to.
Have 2 of those.
Be sure to
Yeah, give me
follow
another
the
heal potion.
instructions. Kenite must take better care of yourself.
I always take worse care of myself. Not better. Is this all for Glia?
Hey!
Well, it's supposed to be, but who knows? It comes down to it. Well, let's see what pops up here now. Yep, lots of EXP. Killed him pretty quick. Couple of levels involved there, though. For the usual, whenever there's a new chapter, it's always the same.
What's all this commotion?
Over here, can I help you find Not Come Again Soon?
I always keep rechecking the shops, and I never find anything interesting. It's like it's all old stuff every time.
What's all this commotion? Terrible.
Oh, terrible!
Is this all for Glia?
Let's give me some EXP. Eagle feather. Accumulate a bunch of Nox again. I wonder if Gaston will be okay. He tried to go after the beast again to get him so he could steal the beauty for himself. Something the matter, miss? You look a little down. Oh, you're all from the Dandelion, right? Just griping about one of my regulars, the guy named Gaston. He showed up last night just before I closed up shop. Told me it might be his last time there before paying off his tab and walking away. It does make you wonder. Doesn't it? Come to think of it, there was a rumor he got tangled up in some incident recently. He hadn't shown up ever since, until last night, that is. Gaston. That's the name of the thief who targeted the Noble District warehouses. Yep. That's right, the one who got away in the end. Did Gaston say anything else to you? Well, not me directly. He did mumble some stuff as he was leaving. He talked about getting that bell if it was the last thing he did. Things like, this will show those Romans, and can't let it get damp, whatever that means. Can't exactly glean what he was planning from that alone. All three is already done. Sounds like you've hit the mark. Must be involved in all this. Right, Margot's intel did lead us straight here after all. Still, just like Margot, we've got no idea where he actually is. Listen, Gaston's from the shantytown. He had more than his fair share of fights with Romans. But he had his good sides too. He looked out for me ever since my husband died. I don't know what he's up to. You could do something for me if you happen to see him. Just tell him to think before he acts. That's all. Of course, we will. Yeah, too many people act before they think. All the time. It's like,
hope to see you again soon.
make that their whole thing.
Let's take him out.
Don't think, just act. Doesn't matter if the information you're acting on is completely false, and there's no basis in reality. You're gonna act on that anyway. Even if it causes problems, it doesn't make anything better. We're still gonna act on that because it makes us feel good. That's all that matters.
What's gonna happen to Bolduc?
Might as well collect some Nox as we go! Plus, more EXP. Want a treasure. Herald the bells.
Please, take again, looking for anything specific?
Unfortunately, I cannot craft this. I mean, it's worth stuff anyway, technically, so... Hey, a costume for Yufa!
Oh, that one's special. For me?
She doesn't have one, so let's get it for her.
What are the hieroglyph knights up to?
over here's everything's a good. Come again soon.
Never see anything new in these shops.
Find out what can I get for you. Let's come back soon, you hear?
Oh, then obviously the equipment shops, but you can always gotta have new stuff there. And I haven't actually been in here and gotten the HP up since that one time. I haven't gotten that HP bonus. I really should do that. It's only 10, but it adds up. That's what I said the first time I did this.
What's all this commotion?
Oh, glad you could make it. So you're the little whippersnappers the boss roped in, eh? Wait, you're... Unbelievable. You're that old ledger I reported for peeping. Oh, that's a strong way to put it. Certainly wasn't easily wriggling my way out of that one. But you see, the request is actually made for a different purpose entirely. Does that make you the, old-timer Margot was referring to? Me? I'm just your average geezer who fancies a visit to baths now and then. Save for my service as a core member of the Bells of Freedom 3 years back. Hard to imagine an old man like you as a revolutionary. Yet again, I guess it's not so strange considering Margot was your boss. Like how old she is. To be fair, the group was originally founded by a bunch of old folks, there's not much time left. You figured that our deaths would be a small price to pay for the bright future of our youth. Ah, yes, that kind of thing. We're old, we're not gonna live to see the future, but we're gonna help make it for the... Yeah, we're gonna create a future, a better future that we will not be alive to be able to see. The best kind of old person who wants that kind of thing. Now it seems our blunder led them down the wrong path altogether in the end. Yeah, path of petty theft and burglary, as if you didn't already know. Don't seem like you ain't much of a core member anymore, though. Yes, the resistance dissolved for a time following Margot's arrest. The youngins of the group continue to operate under the fold. I've been acting as their advisor of sorts in an effort to keep their hostility in check. Ultimately, my attempts to contain them failed miserably. Yeah, unfortunately they did. Perhaps I could have quelled their vindictive thirst had I succeeded. I see. But what is the resistance trying to achieve here exactly? It doesn't seem like Margot's anywhere around here either. But it seemed they're readying to attack the garrisons posted in each and every district. This revolt from the Knights has cued them in on a perfect opportunity to take back Glia. Preparing to do so, they've been collecting intel and identifying blind spots. The quest I'd made previously falls squarely under the latter. What a load of crock. Doesn't matter how much chaos there is. You gotta have real bricks for brains to think a Roman soldier's gonna lose to some civilian. They've probably got weapons or armor to start one step in their toast. That is, unless they've got an ace up their sleeve. Fortunately so, Margot appears to be assisting them. Not directly, but in supplies, both through equipment and stores of gunpowder. What? But why? But it seems she intends to see this matter through to its bitter end. She's convinced starting this by her hand gives her the burden of ending it as well. Margot... Can't really say for sure if it's on her either way. But she has to want to stop it, at least, or else she should put a request in. I mean, it's up to us to do something about this. Any helpful info would be much appreciated. And naturally, I plan to give it. That is why I've been waiting here for you, after all. Here's my take on this, as a long-standing member of the Resistance. There's only one place in the city powder and weapons can be viably concealed. It would have to be underground and spaces enough to spare as well. Is there any particular spot coming to mind? I think I have a decent idea. Considering everything else you found out, we should be able to narrow it down. Thank you very much, mister. Not at all. Too old to raise a hand against those youngsters anymore. It's to the next generation to carry on our torch. Please, stop them before it's too late to give them the chance. At least you're willing to step down. too many people in reality, old people, aren't willing to step down for the new people. They're going to hold on to power for as long as they possibly can. Even as they go senile and can't properly wield it anymore. After going to all 3 locations in the message, you all return to the Dandelion. And yes, I'm talking about the United States government. You then reconvene with Dogi and Parks. Political party is irrelevant. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about all these old people got to get out of there and make room for the new people, the younger ones. Who'd have thought those people we knew were resistance members all this time? They've been blended in, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. And if they're nowhere to be seen, we should assume they're in the final stages of setting their plan into motion. We're running out of time. Yes, time is of the essence. With the information you've gathered, we now know where most of their hideouts are located. Look at Maxima in the shanty town. There's been shady people seen going in and out of that area, right? Yep, and we've got proof of it for insurance. We've got witnesses who saw that Gaston guy and Alex from the visitor's kiosk.
Thank you.
Good work, you two. Can't take all the credit. You're the ones who did all the legwork. Madame Margot is there. We need to prepare ourselves if they truly intend to assault the Roman guard posts. Counting on you, Monstrums. Leave it to us. Haha! Next up, Cloaca Maxima. Yep, we've definitely been there before.
Hey.
Did I have an item to give you? I know, well, let me try.
Addie.
Give Jules a folklore book, The 5 Dragons, as a present.
Huh.
This book is about the 5 dragons of Altago. Thanks, Adel. I promise I'll take care of it. I mostly have access to academic books. These are books I prefer. Unfortunately, you already killed all the dragons in the world by your adventures. By the way, Adel, have you ever been to Altago? Yeah, exactly. I battled those very 5 dragons. Wait, the legendary dragons worshipped by the 5 tribes of Altago? You're remarkable, Ians, for being the one who defeated the legendary dragons. I don't know, I'd never seen that word before. And Sukiant? I don't know. But I don't really remember dealing with dragons like that. Is that maybe like E7? Which, as I've said, I own, but have not played yet.
Honestly...
I guess that's what makes you famous.
Hey.
If you don't mind, could you tell me more about it? Wouldn't have missed any of Adol the Red's stories from none other than himself. He recounted the tales of Altago that transpired a year ago. Dougie joined in the storytelling midway through with his own riveting annotations. Now, it's good to hear the story from the man himself.
Dear. Oh, the suspense is... Go get him out there, darling.
Oh, darling. Suppose I can't go anywhere. There's plenty guards there saying, you can't leave. No, just stick around town right now. Yeah, because stuff's going down. I did say a Cloak of Maxima, right? Well, I have to go to the start. Those resistance members should be hiding out in here somewhere. Made it this far. All we have to do is hunt them down. Get to stepping. I needed monstrum powers to get in here, but somehow they've gotten through without them. Because they got grappling hooks and such, there's a lot they can do, of course. So the question is how they do them, how they deal with the monsters. Yeah, I just can't go anywhere else. It's really annoying. Get out. Now, at least. You can just breeze through this place. Already done it before. We found them. Who's there? It's the Monstrums. Turns out our little hunch was right. Doesn't seem like Marco's here, but I'm sure she'll rendezvous soon enough. That's one hefty stash of weapons and ammo you've got there. Not to mention enough powder to go to several guard posts up in smoke. There's like, what, only 6 of you chumps altogether? Talk about a letdown. Yeah. Right as we were finishing up our preparations, too. Dang, Monstrums. Mind your own business and scram for once. Margot's the one who sent us. What? Why would the boss do something like that? Look, why don't you just give this crazy plan a rest already? Think before you act. That's what Perry told us to tell you. How can I make Belle mind if I have to think of it first? Hey, Gaston, maybe the boss is against this whole thing after all. You heard what the old Ginyu said. Things have changed since the war. You know that crock about living in harmony with Rome to restore Balduke? Genetics is still better than livestock. So they got the hands that feed us. Weak to the ends of our pride. Like hell we're submitting to those rotten invaders. I will defeat the beast! Gaston... We'll never give in, not until they answer for what they've done to us. So every single life we've lost to the war is paid in full with Roman blood. He's just gone off the deep end. Yeah. All you'll end up doing is sowing even more hatred. The ones who will suffer for it most are the ones who did nothing to deserve it. You think we're just going to sit back and let that happen? Think again. I got a weapon that's bigger than me. Watch out. Ha! So that's how you want to play it, huh? Fine. Need a good warm-up round before taking on Rome anyway. Really? You just take a stance and your sword just magically appears in your hand. And you don't even have monster power, so how does that work? Gaston, what are you... You want to romp with the Monstrums, do you?
Hold on.
You should reconsider. Shut it! The ship already sailed 8 years ago. The grief and suffering those Romans wrought on us is one we'll never forget. They killed our friends and families, plundered our cities, and slapped a tax on the other sides. Did you get it? This is the only way for us to take our dignity back. If you Monstrums aren't with us, you may as well be against us. That's right. The only thing those Romans will get from us is a taste of their own medicine. And it's going to be bitter because all the medicine they have doesn't taste good. Have you seen one of their doctors? The medicine is horrible. Ugh. We'll cast every one of those dirty trespassers out of our rightful lands. Oh look, be sure to hear our message back at the capital, loud and clear. When the bells of freedom start to ring, they'll know the pride of Leo will never die. Yeah! You guys, get a hold of yourselves. Huh? Oh yeah. Strong negative emotions. What the hell are those? Monsters? Oh, they can see them. Eh! Where did they even come from? You just manifested them. Just like in the Grimwald. All the hatred and spite they built up was brought forth to Nox. Yeah, haha, who gives a flying darn either way? These have to be way more fun than those Landmark resistance wimps. Oh, brother. Guess we have no choice. Hold up! Hold up! I was like, why is that all moving so fast? Hold up! It's been L didn't know what we're gonna do, and they all disappeared, of course. But now they're suddenly there. Well, I was looking on the side of the boxes, and they're on the other side with the box. They're on the side of the opposite of the boxes in this cutscene, so I wouldn't have seen them where I looked. They're gone. Amazing! Can't believe you actually defeated those things. Yeah, takes care of that. You guys are pathetic. You really think you can go head to head with Rome after cowering over small fry like that? Hey, come on, Hawk. Yeah. You think you know everything, don't you? You know how long I've worked to fight the beast and capture Belle for myself? Whether we're a match for them or not is besides the point. All that matters is making those Romans suffer every bit we have, and more. If we don't, everyone we lost 8 years ago will have died for nothing. Right, guys? Right! Come too far to give up now. I got my life if it means getting revenge on Rome. Gaston, everyone, please! Do you really think they'll save Glia? Yeah. Don't act like you're gonna stay at any of this. What do you know? Enough. This ends here. Well, I guess who that is. Yep. Margot! Goodness me, I certainly didn't expect the Monstrums to be here. Perhaps they're acquainted with these youngsters I met at the baths. In a sense. That aside, it would seem they've managed to carry out my request. Boss, I said enough, Gaston. Bells of Freedom wasn't formed as a way to vent your frustrations. What? Vent my frustrations? Is that all this is to you? Do you have any idea how much we've been doing for Glia? Were that really the case, I would have stood behind you until the bitter end. But I know the truth. You see the Millennium puzzle I carry? As she who lit the first spark, I intended to support you no matter what the cost. To bear the weight of your lives and misdeeds as though they were my own. But I think you put it best, no? That all that matters is making these Romans suffer. I shall give up your lives if it means getting revenge on Rome. Tell me, where in the creed of the Bells of Freedom have I missed those words? Fight without belief or conviction, and you'll be no different from those monsters. That's... Of course, all of this is just as much my responsibility as everything else. Your old crone of a leader has failed to guide you in the path of right. For that, I apologize. I truly, truly do. Boss. Yeah. Same fault lies with every one of us old-timers. But it's not too late. You youngsters still have your whole lives ahead of you. That's exactly right. I want you all to take this time to gather yourselves together and reflect. Cast Reflect on yourselves, that way no magical spells will affect you anymore. Just be careful not to cast healing spells, you'll heal the enemy. Both on what it really means to save Glia, and why the Bells of Freedom truly ring. As long as you safeguard the city with pride, I know the right answer will come. I'm sure my boy wouldn't have wanted it any other way. Right as ever, boss. All's well that ends well. Nothing more boring than a happy ending. So you're gonna hate when the game gives a happy ending too? If it does, it should. What comes next is up to them. Sorry to have put you all this trouble, boys and girls. So how did you get up here, Margot? Did you climb the walls and everything to get here? I can't say I knew how this would turn out, but I'm glad I made that request. Oh, of course, know how you actually got here. You simply appeared here out of nowhere. No teleportation, you simply just popped in for no reason. No. We're glad we could help. You have my thanks. The situation in Balduc is nearing its peak. You have my aid now more than ever before. As both the leader of the Bells of Freedom and the other stubborn old bat, Margot raves. And all the others returned to the bar to report what had happened soon after. We finally settled their concerns over the resistance. Margot was welcomed back into the Dandelion with open arms.
All right, that went great.
Hey, full potion. I'm just happy to receive more empty bottles. That was a bunch of Nox. I think that was a bit more than usual, maybe there. A fool and her treasure. Class building the prison outskirts. Come here if you need any medicine. Well, I can just go to the other doctor, which I've already done, so it wasn't a big deal anyway. Of course, we are going to be going to that quest next time. Even if, yeah, we're obviously not going to be able to, even if I get enough Nox, I'm not going to be able to open up a new area right now, because obviously it's not going to be in town. We've already been to all these places. So it's going to have to, I don't know what it's going to open up. Maybe over here? Well, we can't leave town right now anyway. But yeah, going to do the side quests. I'll probably grind out some Nox as well between videos. Then do the side quests and then continue with the main story because you can't do anything until you do the main story more. Anyway, thank you for watching and I will see you next time.